Okay, I saw something kind of cool, and I don't even remember where it was at anymore, but they shish kebabbed some eggs and cooked them over a fire. And I thought, I gotta try that. So today is the day we're gonna try that. Let me set that one up there and let it bake. Hopefully this will work out. Okay, now we got to get the hole in it. Okay, there's a hole in one end. Eggshells are kind of funny. They're really strong in some ways, and other ways they're really not. I wouldn't want to do this for a squat element, but there'll be a little bit of shell on the inside from this. After you're poked the one hole, this shell cracked just a little bit, so hopefully it'll hold together. With the membrane. It'll leak a little because you're adding volume with the stick. There's one. Now the ham. Like I said, I've never tried one of these. This is a hickory smoked ham, a Bristol brand. So we'll see what it is. I know some people keep these in their stores, so I thought I'd try one just to see what I thought of it. Now I realize, okay, this is chunked and cut up, that you could cook this in the tin, just set it in the fire easily enough. That's not what I want to do. Oh, somebody got interested. Since this isn't a whole ham, I hope it holds together over the heat. Okay, this is the egg kebabs and ham, and I had an extra egg that had a crack in the shell that I didn't dare try to put on a kebab, so I set it in the coals and let it basically hard boil, bake, however you want to call it. The one thing I did notice is I forgot to do was to pierce the yolk and the membrane, so it kind of opened up, and you can see right there where some of the yolk came out of the crack and got a little, and basically hardened up in the ashes. That's all right. Ashes won't hurt you a whole lot. I'll scrape some of that off. We're gonna give this a go anyway. You can see the eggs have been turned, the shell is cracked, they got pierced all the way through, and as they were cooking, you can kind of see down in the fire a little bit. Some of it leaked out as it heated up and the volume changed within the egg before it completely baked. So you just remember you'll get some loss that way. I've never tried this, so I wanted to see what would happen. I thought it was kind of a different way to do it, and it works, but I think you might be just as better off just to poke a hole in the egg and pierce the membrane in the yolk and bake it. Same sort of thing, because you can see it. You can see that one dripping just a little bit as it finishes cooking. But there'll be plenty of ham and eggs this morning. All right, I had 5 eggs left and I was gonna kebab them. This one cracked and I didn't dare try to poke holes in it, so I just set it in the ashes to cook it to see how it'd turn out. And I neglected to knock a hole in it and pierce the membrane and the yolk, so that's why it blew out through the crack. The membrane actually popped. You'll be able to hear it on the video. I think I got it, but I wanted to see how it turned out. We're over at the infamous Dozer Doctors. I fixed breakfast and brought it over. It's my brother, heavy equipment mechanic, so I decided to have some fun, and I fixed too much for me to eat. And I know we were looking at this ham, so we're gonna give it a rip. It doesn't always, these don't peel as easy as some of the boiled ones. Okay, that's what I was wondering, how much egg I lost. There were some that hit the fire. And in the kebabs, I know some of them hit the fire. I got that on video. See, there's a little bit of ash. Ash never hurt anybody. We'll give that a rip. Or the puppy will eat it. Nah, that's got debris on it. Okay, I can smell the smoky egg. So this ought to be actually pretty good. Especially if you like smoked stuff. I might give this a taste. There's some of the twigs off. That's actually surprisingly good. I like that. Okay, now here's a kebab egg. I hope I got these done. They're still hot. We might let that one sit a little bit. These may not be exactly quite done. I could have left these hang a little longer. But it's like a soft boiled egg, but it's been smoked. I won't peel these completely because we'll have to eat them out of the shell because they're a little bit spongy yet. That's how they turned out. Again, as they were cooking, they heated up and it blew some of it out onto the fire. That's kind of what I was expecting anyway. But they look like they turned out pretty good. This probably isn't the optimum method if you're out having to survive on it, as you'll lose some of your protein that you would desperately need. But I saw this, and like I said, I do not remember where I saw this. I decided to give it a try just because it looked like it was interesting, and we'll give it a shot here in a minute. This ham, it's set up kind of like Spam, and it's good and smoked now. It's pieces, and this is a pound of it, and it was like 3 1/4 for the 10. We'll see how this goes. Okay, can't tell you how this tastes out of the can over on the skillet, but you hang this stuff over a fire, that is good. That's good eating. We're gonna have to do this again. There too. Yeah, might as well. This is one of the kebab eggs we did, and I've eaten half of it already. And once it sat a little bit, it formed up really nice because it looked like it was a little soft. It's really not now. It just sat a couple of minutes while we were going through some other stuff. This is really good. Smoked egg, phenomenal. You need to try it if you never have.